যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রা দলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।
Hi guys, thank you for joining the live stream. What a weird news cycle. Absolutely insane pieces of news today. And of course, it comes across as hilarious to someone and absolutely horrifying to someone, sad for someone, depending on where your position is in life at this point in West Bengal. Now, let's go through the headlines. I had to write them down because they are so crazy. And we will have to check out some live news as well from Bengal because some insane stuff is going on. Wait. It's going on even right now. Let me just show you the footage. By the way, this is an audience reaction stream, guys. So if anyone wants to join, if anyone wants to join the conversation in the podcast, that's only available for the paid members. I have shared the link, the joining link for the members. So see what's going on here. This is not even the most insane news from Bengal today. This is fucking hilarious. So what you're witnessing here is, you won't believe if I told you, this is a riot going on between Trinamul, okay, Trinamul versus Trinamul riot going on in front of the Kolkata mayor Firhad Hakim, and 3 people's skulls have cracked. How am I supposed to not laugh at this? Of course, the people whose skulls got cracked, you have my condolences and sympathies. I'm sure you are going through a lot of pain. You might just pass away. Maybe you'll have some disability for the rest of your life, and a lot of your money, time, resources are going to be spent in your recovery now. But even you must admit that broadly, the situation is absolutely almost borderline hilariously insane. So ABP Dukho copyright, usually they don't. We will pause every now and then to keep the copyright gods happy, of course. Now Retroave is saying this is Trinamul secular versus Trinamul Islamic. I don't think so. It might not even be that. It might be just Trinamul Hindus beating up Trinamul Hindus. It might just be Trinamul lower castes beating up Trinamul lower castes. It might be Trinamul Hindus and Muslims beating up Trinamul Hindus and Muslims. You never know. That would be, very believable, and it would make total sense if what I just, let's say, the things that I'm having a hunch of, if they happen, that would be absolutely explainable. Yeah, it's one chore versus another chore. Ram Navami ki belated shubhkamna. Yes, Rishabh, by the way. Ram Navami ki shubhkamna hai sabko. Finally, Bengal is changing. Yes, it's changing now, so that instead of one political party beating up another political party, now the same political party is beating up its own members from its own party. Holy fuck. Oh, Navavimarsh is here, the other channel. Hello, Bhupenda.
হ্যাঁ নমস্কার।
Great to have you on our...
হ্যাঁ এরকম করে কোলাবোরেশন হোক।
Yes, today is English live stream, by the way. Okay,
yeah, sorry. So, I am doing well.
You have joined our live stream in the past as well from your personal profile. Now as the channel, you are visiting our live stream for the first time.
Yes, thank you for this privilege.
Yeah. We are all privileged. So therefore, I'm gifting you some privilege.
Yeah, I am certainly privileged because I don't live in Kolkata. So that is,
Yeah.
if you live in West Bengal, you are not privileged. If you live outside Bengal, you are the privileged person.
Yeah. 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 Make your point now.
Yeah, so actually, I do not follow West Bengal news that much, but you are the
Yeah.
only source of authentic news for West Bengal, okay, for me at least. So, like this was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen after 2021, uh, if BJP had won. So, what do you think? How things are shaping up for 2026, considering the fissures have become now kind of widening gap between many factions within the TMC itself. In hindsight,
Uh, these things don't matter for Trinamool. The factional fights have not so hilariously that it's in front of the mayor and three people crack their skulls. Not 1 month, 1 year before. I guess it's not even. It's less than 1 year before assembly elections. It hasn't happened that way, but factional fights between Trinamool has gone on for since before they came to power, and these SSC scams also won't matter for the elections. The election preparation is different, the election management stuff and the ground level Hindutva stuff in villages and mainly villages, some officials, etc. These are urban problems. No one in villages cares about this because they are too poor to care about these things. These are still not going to contribute to BJP's vote bank. Because if these were in fact matters that people cared about in terms of voting, then Trinamool would have been voted out in 2016 only, or 21 at the very least. They wouldn't wait till 2026.
okay, understood. So yeah, that I understood that winning election in West Bengal is a very different kind of arithmetic, whatever is followed outside India. But
Yeah.
in terms of Hindutva gaining a foothold from 2024, 14 onwards. Okay, then
Yeah.
21 happened. So, do
Yeah.
you think in 26 it could break the glass at 26, or it is still a kind of a 50-50, 60-40 debate?
See, even nationally, even now, Hindutva doesn't really win BJP elections. No, otherwise they wouldn't have to go on announcing more and more and more freebies. None of those freebies have anything to do with Hindutva. So Hindutva is still an urban discourse, or at least rural, mofussil. It's still on discourse level only, and some people end up voting because of that feeling of Hindutva. Most people don't. Otherwise, we would not need freebies to win elections or give votes to some people. So even proportionally, even in Bengal, the votes are going to be just because people are pissed off enough with Trinamool Congress in the same way that people were pissed off enough with Congress in 2014, not because of Hindutva. If at all people do vote for Hindutva, it's going to be people in the villages who are now being, I guess, approached on the basis of Hindutva, not just that see your village lacks water, power resources, or good roads and stuff. Those retail politics stuff. But it will still need election management, of course.
Yeah. So these are my two questions. So I will let others to actually ask questions.
Okay, thank you. And you can join later as well. So just a reminder, guys, it's an audience interaction live stream. I'm going to be looking at questions from the live chat as well. And for the members, they can join the stream directly. The link is given in the community tab where it's only visible for the members. Now, the other insane new stuff, we will go through it on by ranking of how less important it is. Okay, we'll get to the most important in the end. So the other news is Shushmita Soren. I had not known about this piece of news because I don't follow Bengal news all that much. This is absolutely another insane story. Okay, let me see if I can find this case. Something about this on news and stuff. No, can't find anything. But there are verdicts going on about this Shushmita Soren case. She's a girl from CPIM or SFI somewhere. She got held back in a police station for 16 hours, and with different allegations and stuff. Now the judges are saying that no, I've seen footage. There was no reason to hold her. She wasn't even uh, arrested on paper. Okay, there was no paperwork for her arrest or for holding her back in the police station, but she was held back in the police station for 16 hours nonetheless. I will try to find more news about this. Polymetric Singh, what do you think about Piyush Goyal gaslighting the Indian startups? For the in this case, actually, there is blame to be shared on both sides. You deserve some criticism for not being innovative enough, and of course, the government deserves credit for not uh, fully getting rid of red tape. They say they have handholding mechanisms and stuff, बट हैंड होल्डिंग है मगर उसके पहले बहुत सारा रेगुलेशन का रेड टेप भी है. दोनों तरफ में ही यहाँ पे फॉल्ट है, क्या करे. But everyone making a different iteration of a 10-minute delivery system, how is that going to work? I've heard some good startups, but I think the premise here is a problem in itself. We can't magically go on saying, and these fucking commies and even Congress supporters going on saying that why aren't we as awesome as China right now? So let's do everything as like China. तो भाई उइगुर वैसा चीज करते हैं फिर. Who knows? How do you know that hasn't positively affected China's chances at becoming this tech powerhouse, bro? यहाँ पे लौड़े औरंगजेब बाजी करेंगे और चाइना कितना बढ़िया काम कर रहा है टेक में भोसरी के. तो let's get to the other pieces of news. Wait, I wanted to take a question by Rishabh. Rishabh was asking something important. Yeah. Dada, I heard 1.6 crore people came out in Ramnavami Shobha Yatras in Bengal yesterday. Thoughts on this? I don't know about the number, but that part of Hindutva has definitely increased, and it might just contribute in 2026. Lokavya saying, will you pursue new avenues regarding Bharatiya history other than just your usual cycle, like the decline of Bengal socialism sucks, and Savarkar and Hindutva, and sociology, anthropology of caste and stuff? So far, for the foreseeable future, I'm stuck on these topics only. I'm not that interested in history. Okay. Let me now hold your hand through whatever other stuff happened. Okay. So TMC versus TMC riot in Dum Dum. Shushmita Soren locked up for no reason. Now, so today at Netaji Indoor Stadium, which is probably the biggest indoor stadium in Kolkata, all big, gigantic concerts like Himesh Shami and all, and gigantic tennis tournaments and all of that happens in Netaji Indoor Stadium. So there, Trinamul had sort of a public meeting, where Mamata Banerjee, Education Minister, etc., all of them were supposed to address the grievances of these teachers who lost their jobs. Okay, so like I told you all, the non-Bengalis, there's this problem of deserving candidates versus non-deserving candidates, and all of them have lost their jobs. Some of them are in fact deserving, some of them are probably deserving and probably not deserving. So since there is ambiguity about this one group of people where there might be deserving candidates and might not be deserving candidates, all of them have been asked to return their salaries that they have drawn from the government, from our taxes for all these years, for since 2017 basically, with 12% interest. The people who can be surely called to be deserving, only they have been let go of this insane pressure, but they have also lost their jobs. The number is what's on the thumbnail, 25,752. One person was let go on humanitarian grounds because she has cancer. Now, the comments that Chief Minister made today on this topic is hilarious to say the least. I don't see anything other than hilarious. The only evil and sad parts about it might be that some people in Bengal will take it seriously. And if it's a random Trinamool Gunda who takes it seriously, it's not a problem. Yes, okay, I mean, they are supposed to be kind of stupid, dumb fucks, idiot, therefore they are Gundas, okay. But, and these dialogues might have been in fact just for them. What's sad and purely evil on the part of the Chief Minister for saying it, because she knows it does have a positive effect even on the intelligent people. And what's sad is that some intelligent people might also understand it, or accept it even, is that a lot of teachers, properly educated supporters of Trinamool, might also actually agree with whatever Trinamool said and actually trust her and believe her in everything, all the hilariously insane things she said today. Okay, though first, she, I think, is getting filed, has contempt cases filed against her today, because she said that I kind of don't agree with this verdict from Supreme Court, and there might have been shenanigans played by ruling parties in the center, and they might have affected the verdict in Supreme Court. That's the first part. Okay, so that's clear contempt, and I think someone is suing her from BJP. Okay. Then one insane thing that she said, oh my god, you won't believe non-Bengali folks. I get it. And if some proud Bengali commie or proud Bengali Hindutwadi says that such insane things happen in other states also, I am ready to concede that. But that doesn't change the fact that this is also absolutely insane. There might be absolutely insane things happening in other states from other state governments, which are insane, but in different contexts. This is absolutely insane in this particular context, especially since we are better than Haryana. Therefore, we must do less of these insane things. That's all I'm saying. So, one of the insane things she said is, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. She said that first, I'm going to take care of the deserving ones. First phase, deserving ones. I'm going to handle their problems, okay? Then I'm going to take care of the non-deserving ones, if at all there are any. She is going to take care of non-deserving candidates who took jobs, government jobs, to become teachers in schools by paying bribes to her party men, and she's going to take care of them. Can you believe this? She's going to take care of them. And also, by the way, just just for reminders sake, for all the Hindutva socialists, Sanatan economists, and Gandhian socialists, and the fucking commies, capitalism sucks. Remember, Western style capitalism is bad. Market failure is something we all must have nightmares of. But all these situations, these are completely acceptable, and we must fear capitalism, Western style capitalism, whatever the fuck that means, and market failure more than all of this is what's going on in West Bengal right now. And these problems are there in the entire country in different degrees. West Bengal might be the worst example, but even in West Bengal, where there are the worst examples already readily available in front of everyone's eyes, we are supposed to feel scared of capitalism, Western style capitalism, market failure. Okay, you know, Gabbar Singh, the every night kids would be put to sleep fictionally with the fear of Gabbar Singh coming to their village and looting everything. So that's the fear of capitalism we must forever have. Okay, no matter what happens, capitalism aa jayega, free market aa jayega, competition bolse ke. Oh my god. So the next absolutely unbelievable thing she said, and again, no one will even believe me if I said this. She said to the teachers in the audience. So the kind of people who were kind of close to Trinamul, they were kind of in the stadium today, and the people who are not close to Trinamul, they were kind of protesting outside the stadium. But to the general audience, she said, who asked you to stop going to school? Do it as a voluntary service. Go teach. No one's stopping you from teaching. If you stop teaching, how will the schools run? They are fired from their jobs. Some of them are unqualified. They got jobs just by bribing. You have no fucking clue what their capabilities, qualifications might be. But थोड़ा voluntary, समाज के लिए कुछ करते हैं, चलो थोड़ा social work करो, जाओ स्कूल में जाके पढ़ाओ गांडू बच्चों को और भी गांडू बनाओ, so that all of them become my gundas in future. Okay. I have a list in front of me, which is why I'm going on laughing. It's a list full of insanity. Okay. So She said, Supreme Court should have informed us. Okay, the West Bengal government. Okay, I'm the West Bengal government right now. Supreme Court should have informed us about who is deserving and who is not. After 16 hearings at Calcutta High Court, when Calcutta High Court Justice Abhijit Ganguly, who is now the MP of BJP, when he repeatedly asked the School Service Commission, West Bengal government, etc., to give the proper documents which could have proved, in fact, who were the deserving candidates who got the jobs by giving those kathin pariksha, and who were the ones who got that job by giving kathin bribe. Just let me know so that I can separate the two and fire the fuckers and leave those government public servants really who want to do good work, who will never send their own children to government schools, of course, so that at least they can have their jobs. Now, the government SSC, they never gave those documents. Okay, OMR sheets, their mark sheets were burned allegedly. And listen to this. Why allegedly were those documents not provided to the Supreme Court? I discussed this in the last day's live stream as well for the people who are watching this topic for the first time. The government or SSC allegedly did not want the Calcutta High Court to find out who are really the non-deserving ones, because then the non-deserving ones would go around tattling to everyone that, oh, what? They are saying I'm non-deserving. This is the amount of money that I paid to this particular leader, Neta. So, go arrest them. For that reason, they screwed the jobs of all the 25,752 teachers. And there's another sinister hope, of course, the hope of Christian morality, the hope of weakness that they expected the Supreme Court to show, which they didn't show out of the blue in this case. They expected... Actually, this is also something Mamata Banerjee talked about today at Netaji Indoor Stadium. She said that the spirit of Indian lawfare, Indian judiciary is that let even 9,000 criminals go scot-free if it means saving one innocent man from going to jail by mistake, okay? I don't know what kind of mathematics that works on. I don't know if she came up with the number or it's our basic structure, her shit. But that can't be how society works. That cannot be the cost. Nothing has infinite cost, infinite, let's say, value. Okay, nothing. We can't let 9,000 people go scot-free just to save one person from going to jail unfairly. What happens when those 9,000 people commit further crimes? The lives that those 9,000 hypothetical criminals will commit, they also affect other innocent people. So why should we harm those innocent people to save this particular one innocent people? It can't be like that. So crashing down hopes of such idiocy, Supreme Court, which we must really have respect for at this point, at least on this particular topic, not on the, oh my God, Allahabadiya. But on this topic, Supreme Court says, yes, there is ambiguity, but what can I do? Some of them are non-deserving. They are going to probably teach. They don't have the qualifications to teach kids. So all of their jobs are gone. Absolutely insane. Now, let me inform you of more insanity. So she asked, of course, the Supreme Court to, and complained that why didn't the Supreme Court give me the list? And she said other stuff as well, that they should have given us some time, although the protests and these hearings were going on for years. There might have been some mistakes, but why didn't you give us time to defend ourselves, etc.? But all of that has been going on. But remember, apart from Trinamul Gundas, some educated Trinamul supporters are actually swallowing this. They are still going on swallowing this. That yes, this is a legitimate counter-argument from our leader. Yes, this is in fact true. Why didn't the Supreme Court do something about it? Okay, these are the brains who are going to tell the rest of the country about how much of a coward Savarkar was, how much contributions Netaji had, how much Ma Kali is the only Hindu goddess allowed to be worshipped in Bengal, how Ram is an outsider, Karl Marx is an insider, etc. Okay, these are the brains which are going to come up with these arguments. Now, next insane point. Again, you won't believe me. You won't believe me. She said, why did CPIM have to pursue this case? Even though when I came to power, I didn't take away the jobs of any CPIM worker. Why didn't why? So in a sense, why didn't they? Uh, why didn't they kind of have gratitude for me for not taking away their jobs, which are by that point probably legitimate? See the Western style capitalism haters, fuckers. This is what state does to you. The state expects your gratitude for not taking away your job, which you got legitimately. Okay. So her point was, why did CPIM pursue this case even though I didn't take away their jobs when I came to power, and then is now complaining about so many people losing jobs? Why did you pursue the case? You should have just left the case alone. You should have just let those unqualified teachers go on teaching. Oh, what a brilliant point. But I'm not finished yet with this point. The second part of this argument is even more hilarious. She said, the former mayor of Kolkata, Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya, who was one of the key faces, key lawyers in this situation, pursuing these cases and stuff, for the teachers who were, let's say, trying to show the state that they have this grievance with this situation. He was just the lawyer. He was not the activist. Okay, they were the activists. A bunch of, in fact, Muslim teachers who are the deserving candidates. In fact, okay, they just hired Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya. So the chief minister said, shouldn't he be politically isolated? Okay. Why shouldn't Bikash Ranjan Bhattacharya, the former mayor and a very, very respected lawyer in Bengal, why shouldn't he be politically isolated for pursuing a case that helps get rid of unqualified teachers from West Bengal's education system? Okay. These are the guys, these are the people talking about Bengali superiority and explaining to the rest of the country how we are better than everybody. Holy cow. Okay, next point. Voluntary service will stand. Yeah. And then some news channels have brought this up, that BJP's is he the state president now? At least he was up until 2023 or 4. Shukanta Majumdar ended up advocating for violence. He said that the casual call for violence that every politician does, but it still shouldn't be done. And I'm glad A.B. Anando was bringing this up. They said that Shukanta Majumdar, it's not what they said. Shukanta Majumdar actually said that if you want, he was addressing the non-deserving candidates here. If you want to get back your money that you paid as bribes, tie them up on any with any tree you find and beat them up. Only then you will get your cash back. And ABP Anando made an issue out of it, is making an issue out of it, and I think they should. It's a call for violence. And why should they make an issue out of it? Because it's only a politician who's going to get away saying this. If I said this today, lawfare to chodo, my channel would be fucked by YouTube only. So why should only politicians get away with it? Okay, now let me check some comments. And by the way, anyone who wants to join the live stream, it's only for members. The link is given in the community tab. It's visible only to paid members. Okay, and everyone else, their comments I'll take from the live chat only. Oh, what insanity. Let me check some comments. Poverty rate in Gujarat is the same as West Bengal. Yeah. Oh my god. It's in fact so same. You see, there are no hierarchies, there are no nuances. Absolutely same poverty rate in West Bengal and Gujarat, but you'll never see someone from Gujarat coming to West Bengal for a job. Meanwhile, Gujarat is filled with people from Bengal, illegal Bangladeshis and legal educated commies from Bengal. So if people vote with their feet, if the people going to different states for jobs, if they don't care about the poverty of the state, then that poverty is a completely different discussion, and not whether that state is in fact better or not. The state is by default inherently better because people are going from this state for jobs to that state where allegedly the poverty rate is similar, which they don't give a shit about. So we are also not going to give a shit about it in this context, but we will give a shit about it in other contexts. Pirate joining link, it's for it's given to the members. The visibility is for members. Shomajit Roy, another different question. Any books to read to know about Bengal politics from Bidhan Chandra to Didi? You'll have to read countless books, but ask it in the comment section. Okay, I'll ask Madam Political Scientist to respond to this. There are countless books. Membership jar jar comment shower, exactly. Comments bhitti membership bhovishrat. Ancient Living Civilization is saying no one in West Bengal BJP is CM material. CM should be Buddha Babu type. Parties that doesn't matter to get CM vibe. In theory, ideally, morally, yes, Ancient Living, but Buddhadev Babu was a failure in everything he tried. Why would you want a chief minister who's a failure in everything he tries? Like, for example, Mamata Banerjee is not a failure in everything she tries. Let's say she wanted to do good things for the state, which is why from 11 to 16, she did a lot of interesting, fascinating work. From 16 onwards, she tried some things, she failed, but then she decided, I just want to stay in power, and she did not fail in that. Buddhadev Bhattacharya failed to stay in power and failed to get the factory done. Why would we want such a person? Yeah, of course, he's a better person, better human being, nicer human being than all his predecessor and successor. But and if we met Jyoti Basu, Mamata Banerjee and Buddhadev Bhattacharya on the streets, most of us would like to hang out with Buddhadev Bhattacharya and have a conversation with him. But as a chief minister, your job is different. And more importantly, if people of Bengal themselves are going to be nut job enough to vote only for the dictator, not for the nice guy who has brilliant ideas, so why should we be only stuck with morals and ideals? Bakurabashi is saying, ask, can ACs in government school help with enrollment and make this summer vacation stuff irrelevant? He's talking about the early summer vacation. Summer has arrived early in Bengal possibly because there are not enough teachers to teach. So, chalo garmi hai, ab ka kare. So, he's saying, can ACs make a difference? No. AC lagayega kaun? AC ka bill kaun bharega? Karl Marx ka baap. Eke Brahmo is saying, next CM if BJP wins, Ognimitra Paul. No, West Bengal can't be run with Modi or Amit Shah's micromanagement, bro. Bengal CM has to know Bengal inside fucking out. Every alley, nook and cranny, every neighborhood, every borough, every village. He has to know all the good people, all the criminals, all the killers and murderers in the entire state. That's the only way to run West Bengal. You have to run West Bengal. Ruling is a different matter. Ruling is, I think, almost easier in the context of Bengal. Running West Bengal is a different beast. Anidash is saying if BJP wins, they will make CM and deputy CMs. What BJP does, they can make a hardcore RSS. Deputy CM probably. Because BJP, at the very least right now, kind of Dilip Ghosh has been sidelined. So at the very least, they will have probably some competition between Shukanta Majumdar and Shubhendu. So Shukanta Majumdar might be deputy CM. If Shubhendu is a deputy CM, rest assured that BJP is going to go out of power in 5 years. I don't know why these statements made by Mamata and her gang are not national news, probably because of the language barrier. I have never known, because I don't know if this is my Bengali bias that I think that this is such fascinating news that everyone must know, which is why I'm doing it in English. And of course, you are also saying that you are not Bengali, right? Let me know if you're not Bengali, okay? So if non-Bengalis are finding these stuff absolutely insane, crazy, hilarious, then why isn't the national news covering it? Because at least to me, as someone who might be biased because he's Bengali, this comes across as absolutely WTF situations, okay? That what? How is everyone not informed about this? Okay. Promising, what's ground reality you are observing? CSK, will Hindutva win and BJP lose in next election or vice versa? Ground situation is every day more and more commies are losing debates and realizing to what extent they are losing debates. Okay. and therefore some are making the switch to right wing. Some of them are making the switch to truly properly liberal neutral guy. Okay, a lot of them have given up on defending Muslims or Islam or Aurangzeb wholesale. They are saying that yes, there is blame on both sides, there are evil people on both sides, and they are going on pointing out bad behavior by Muslims all day long. This is a pretty fascinating development. But electorally, none of these fuckers from Kolkata matter. The only thing that matters in West Bengal elections is villages and you managing elections. Oh, so Polymerus is not Bengali, and even then he thinks this is fascinating. तो भाई कुछ बोलो ट्विटर में जाके शिवरूर वगैरह को कि क्या हो रहा है बंगाल में, थोड़ा कवर करे. Lucid Bhaskar is saying this teaching profession used to be big in Karnataka too till the late 2000s. That was seen more as an employment creation scheme. Well said. Exactly. Beautifully said. That's the problem with socialism. Like in last day's stream, I got two hilarious criticisms. One guy said that why are you blaming socialism for this, bro? Trinamul is not socialist. They don't have any socialist aims. Yes, they didn't call themselves socialist, so not socialist. Okay. The other criticism I got was even crazier. That are you Muslim? Oh, they said you are Muslim, therefore you're not criticizing Mamata Banerjee. Gandu. I am criticizing socialism. That means I'm not criticizing Mamata Banerjee according to them. Okay, these are the big brains who lecture the rest of the country on every topic. Okay, they are the superior ones. Rantak overdose bada habu dubu khaye bada. So yeah. So anyway, what I was saying. Remember, this is the nature of socialism state in general, and even then we are supposed to be mainly afraid of Western style capitalism and market failure. Let everything else go on. वो सब देख लेंगे. हमारा जितना पैसा स्कैम में जाए, नेता के पास जाए, जितना भी हर जगह में क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस, क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट खराब हो, still it's probably better than what would have happened in capitalism. And I think you could honestly believe that this mic can right now turn into a mic superhero and swallow me. That would be more believable than having that strength of belief which they have, which is that all of what we are facing is still better than what would have happened in capitalism. भाई आप वेप फूक रहे हो क्या? आपके हाथ में क्या है? Alex, it's not really a vape. Okay, vapes are illegal. I'm not sure though. At least this one is legal. Because it's not really a vape. This doesn't have nicotine. This doesn't have tobacco. All it has is something called, they have named it themselves probably. It's called a FUD. Okay. See? Sort of a piece of cotton. It's soaked up in plant-based essential oils, different flavors and stuff. And that's just it. I'm just breathing it in. And it's my own breath. And I'm getting that flavor in my mouth and breathing out my own air. Okay. Nice stuff. It's from a company called Quitsi Flow. What about Shajal Ghosh? Is he in content with Shubhendu? Or he's a very, very significant regional player in Bengal, but not entire state. Any state south of the Vindhyas gives a rat's ass about East India. They see the East as an extension. Yeah. They say Gujarat is North India, Mumbai is North India, West Bengal is North India. तो वो Al Pacino का फिल्म था ना एक एकदम, you are North India, you are North India, you all are North India. That's South India for you. অনিদাস সিং সব থেকে বড় কই গেল? সব থেকে বড় জাসালা কমেন্টটা কই? আরে স্ট্রিম ইয়ার্ডের এই এক কম নিজে থেকে স্ক্রোল আপ হয়ে যায়. সব থেকে বড় র্যালি পুরুলিয়াতে বেরিয়েছিল. And ST district, that's what Bengali Hindutva is. Purulia is very historically very, very devout Ram Bhakt. They have a place called Ajodhya, for God's sake. And this is what came to my mind last day when discussing with Professor Arindam Bhattacharya, professor of zoology at Calcutta University, that in fact this claim or notion or idea that commies try to push, that Ram is an outsider in Bengal, is, guys, it's 100% a casteist slogan or claim. Casteist in the sense that it's the Bhadralok caste, the Brahmin Boito caste of Kolkata. Other than them, no one in West Bengal has ever thought Ram is an outsider. They have. It's too obvious to even point out. Does anyone in Bengali villages and mofusils, does anyone lack in respect for Lord Ram? They are not that kind of people. They don't have hierarchies. Yes, of course, Ishta Devta might be topmost for them, but in general, That's not how it works. These Brahmins, Boydos, Kaistas of Kolkata have no fucking clue how far off they are from the general masses of mafiosos and villages on at least this topic. Okay, on every other thing, all of them might be different degrees of socialists, but on this particular topic, they have no idea what fool they are making out of themselves. It's an absolute joke to say to go to a village or moffisul in Bengal and say that Lord Rama is an outsider. They'll laugh at your face. Navavimarsh is saying, I live outside Bengal since 34 years of CPM rules. Rest of India has given up on West Bengal. Yes, we are just better versions of Biharis. We are Biharis with better hygiene. Shomojit, who do you think is a better speaker? Deepshita Dhara Shatorup? Absolutely Shatorup. এখানে তো 6000 মেগাওয়াটের নিউক্লিয়ার পাওয়ার প্ল্যান্টের উপর প্রোটেস্ট Shuvendu will become CM. Shukantu is way too junior to become CM. Lashad is saying Shivarur has left India today. Where do you think he will go now? No idea. I don't follow the dynamics of Delhi newspaper houses. Bakurabashi is saying Bengal SC and STs are bearer of Hindutva. Lots of ISKCON influence. Gram diye Nagor ঘেরো. বাই দ্য ওয়ে বনিদার সাথে গানটা কবে আসবে? দেরি আছে, আপাতত আসবে না, অন্য কোনো প্রজেক্টে ইউজ হবে। ওটা যেই প্রজেক্টের জন্য ভাবা হচ্ছিল সেই প্রজেক্ট ওটা অ্যাপ্রুভ হয়নি। 3-4 রকম 5 রকম 7-8 রকম 9 রকম ভার্সন হয় অনেক সময়। Why am I replying in Bengali? Sorry. Somojit Roy is asking, when's my song with Bonnie Chakraborty going to come out? Recently the picture I posted, Bonnie Chakraborty, who has composed all songs in Bohurupi except 2. On Tui Amar Hoja, he was the arranger. On all the other songs, he was the composer. And Pamapa Gadesani Shia Jashbejani, that song was done by Anupam Roy. And Bonnie Chakraborty is also the one who sung that original Bengali version of Bhebe Dekhe Choki Tara Raja Talak Barsho Dure, whose Hindi plagiarized version, Na Jane Koi Kaisi Hai Ye Kahani, was sung by Bangladeshi singer James. And he's also the one who sung the rock version of Emotional Atyachar. And he's also the guy who sung Azimoshan Shahenshah in Jodha Akbar. So, and his wife is the one who sung Sundari Kamala in Coke Studio about 13 years back. And she's also the daughter of a legendary Bengali actor, Ardhendu Banerjee, and the sister of Chuni Ganguly. So, Usridi and Bonida came to my house, and we did an arrangement, a rough arrangement, scratch arrangement for a song, for a film. It was one of the many versions he has already done. So a previous version that they had already done, that one got approved in the end. This one was not approved, but the production house has kept it and said that they will use it in some other project. Oritrojit is saying, Banglar matite bidroh ache, itihash tule dekhe nao. Tai you are right, ekhane Gujarater micromanagement kaj korbe na. The Polymerist is saying, I'm fascinated because the statements are so stupid. Exactly. They should be. Yes, that is my point, Polymerist. That how can someone ignore the magnitude of this stupidity? The fact that a chief minister is going around saying this, people are lapping it up. Okay, if at all it happens in some of those, North Indian states, and the national media doesn't care about it because absolutely anything goes in those states in some context, and therefore the national media doesn't cover it, fair enough. But how is it not news that even a state like West Bengal, which is touted as highly educated by Bengalis in West Bengal as well as outside Bengal, its history and hot shit, then how is it not news that the chief minister of that state is going on saying these things? That's newsworthy. That's a textbook definition of what is news. Go ask any journalism student in their first year. If a dog bites a man, it's not news. If a man bites a dog, that's news. This is a man biting a dog. It has harmful fucking chemicals. Well, if plant-based essential oils are harmful fucking chemicals, then yes. What's this 25,000 teacher news I heard? No riot happened on Ram Navami. In fact, in Malda, which turned Muslim majority even back in 2011, there, in fact, Muslims went around showering flowers and stuff and providing water, juice, etc. So this time they knew that even just only a few days back, there were already some riots in Mothabari and stuff. So they knew that all the nation's eyes, and all the right wingers of the country are waiting and watching what happens on Ram Navami in Bengal. So on this day at least, let's not fuck up, because 2026 elections are coming up. Elections sar pe hai. Let's not, at least on this day, save some stones. Let's save them for 2026. So it was all very nice. I think they copied this breathing flavored air thing from Canadian company. Plagiarism everywhere. Rishabh is saying that I wanted to get a Bengali perspective on how you guys view infra, prosperity, non-Bengalis, etc. As a non-Bengali, wanted to check if this is kosher before joining the lake. Yeah, infra and prosperity are two different things for Bengalis. The fact that there is in fact infra going on in the country, in fact the fact that it's even a discourse that whether, well, we have bad infra, now Modi is doing good for infra, not too many people in Bengal have any absolute clue about it, okay? Because all they follow is Bengali news, Bengali newspapers and Bengali news channels, which don't cover any of it. Republic Bangla is the first one to cover something related to the center or the central government, because they are a kind of a pro BJP channel. That's the only reason. Otherwise, fuck off. No one has heard of these shit. Prosperity is different. Prosperity is good as long as my kids go to Bangalore. Otherwise, it's bad because it's something wo paisa wala cheez jo marwadi log karte hai. Tum log Rishabh jaise log karte ho. Non-Bengalis, yes, they are money-minded but are not that intelligent. What are the things? Yeah, this is enough. Yeah, these are the things you asked. Kaladin is saying, I know this is very low IQ, but what about language debate? Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and now even Andhra Pradesh has anti-Hindi sentiment, actually threatening any semblance of Hindu unity now. Yeah. सावरकर स्टाइल हिंदू यूनिटी नहीं होगा कालादीन. हमारा हिंदू यूनिटी का सीलिंग है कि सरकार को कुछ करना चाहिए, तो हम सब मिलके एक सरकार ढूंढ लेंगे, बाकी वक्त वो चुतियापाई चलेगा. Rishabh is saying, could also give you a non-Bengali perspective on things. Yeah. Come on. Join the link. अरे खिदिरपुर में काफी बड़ा रैली हुआ था. 100% this is the RSS big entry into Bengal. People are definitely worried about RSS right now in Bengal, because even leftist news organizations are saying that, oh, RSS schools are coming up in West Bengal. What is happening to this state? Wasn't it so nice when there were no schools, or schools had unqualified teachers, or they went to madrasas? Why these RSS schools and all, bro? Like our casteist commie last day, who used casteist slurs against Dalit scholar Dr. Malay Patla for writing a book on Veer Savarkar's connection with Bengalis and Bengal. He was saying in the live chat a few days back, that you see, during CPIM's rule, there were no news of 26,000 people losing their jobs. So you see, modern problems require modern solutions. His idea was that CPIM did a great thing. They didn't create those jobs which could be lost. Hi, Rishabh.
Hello, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
So just wanted to actually get an idea, because I've spoken to a lot of Bengali people, both inside and outside Kolkata, and I've found one thing. You know how Yadavs in Haryana don't, almost always vote BJP. Bengalis in Delhi, for example, are very staunchly pro BJP that way. Surprisingly, like a sizable number. But I have seen that when they're talking to other Bengalis, they don't really talk about that so much. Maybe because of some
Shame.
आप लोग का जो social shame factor है. So I realized one thing, that as a non-Bengali, I become privy to certain views that a lot of other people don't understand. And honestly, in my conversations, I've seen that Bengalis are just like any other, people in India. Like they want everything good for themselves, and they have a lot of cultural pride. Now, there are certain people even in the chat who go a little overboard on it, but see, when you have 6,000 years of history, every community will have one or two people who have been excellent, amazing. The Biharis still talk about, the Mauryas and Magad.
Yeah.
But one thing that I have seen is that for whatever reason, in Bihar, it translates to votes for, the right parties. In Maharashtra also, I have lived in Mumbai for 3 years. I have seen over there, okay, first of all, let me clear one thing. There are two different parties. There's the Shiv Sena and there's the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. A lot of the anti-North Indian, anti-Bihari uh, vitriol that you see in Maharashtra comes from Raj Thakre's MNS. No,
Yeah.
not so much from the Shiv Sena anymore. They have a
Yeah.
lot of Marathi pride. They will insist on,
Hmm.
Marathi signboards on
Yeah.
shops and commercial establishments. Fine. But they don't attack, go out of their way to beat up people anymore.
Hmm.
So my question was like you answered most of my questions. My thought was like that. Also, for example, in Karnataka, all of these anti-Hindi people, their argument is very interesting, and this is why they might be a potential BJP vote bank. They're in a very weird way, it's a very Hindutva type of argument that Hindi is a Persianized Sanskrit. So it is a foreign language, it is not an Indian language. Kannada is the original Hindutva language, or any language that has not been affected by Persian. This is an
Hmm.
argument that I've heard a lot. So, first
Acha.
of all, I wanted to understand number one is beyond this, level of that shame that we spoke about. Of course, Bengalis care about all of this, but why doesn't it translate into votes? Is it just because organization nahi hai? Number two, because I really, I only anecdotally, I don't have any data on this, but only anecdotally speaking to a lot of Bengalis, you people want the same thing as everyone else. You want a good life for your children, good life for yourself, and you people like to make money like everyone else. So is it just because there is no other alternative, and whichever party comes in becomes dominant and everyone flocks to it, is why there is so such a high level of difficulty in removing governments? Number one. Number two is, if that is the case, I'm not very well aware of the Bongapoko movement, but do you see certain signs over there that could convert it into maybe a Shiv Sena of tomorrow, or any of these Kannadiga nationalists of tomorrow? I don't care what they say. Let them say whatever they say. Everyone has a right to say what they say as long as they vote in the right way.
Hmm. I don't think coming to the second question first, I don't think Bangla has enough firepower, funding, management fund now, at least, to do any of that stuff. If Trinamul wins in 2026, then probably yes. If BJP comes to power, RSS will probably appropriate them or co-opt them somehow. Okay, they will absolutely Bengalize Hindutva in West Bengal. But in the previous question, in the context of the previous question, there are two kinds of Bengalis in this context. One is who has never been outside Bengal except once or twice for some trip here and there, not more than once or twice, and therefore has no fucking clue at all about what's going on in the rest of the country. Even now, every other day, I hear casually people in Bengal who are absolutely frustrated with West Bengal and West Bengal's government go on saying that yes, even if we now kick out Mamata Banerjee and BJP comes to power, what will happen? The same things will go on. And I'm traveling as a casual passenger in a public vehicle, so I don't want to react too much. And also, I want to be a listener so that I have a sort of a sociological and anthropological researcher's attitude to this. So I hold my tongue. But in my head, in my mind, I'm going on with reactions like, what the fuck? What do you know about the rest of the country? How can you say that? And more importantly, remember, after reading some research paper, we found out that it's basically 1977. Rest of the country decided we have had enough of leftist politics. Let's kind of move away from it. Okay, we will have freebies and stuff, but let's majorly move away from it. Right when West Bengal decided, let's get into this more. Okay, so that was one significant disaster that led everyone else in a different path and West Bengal in a different path. The other kind of Bengali is, I think Delhi Bengalis might be an exception because they are that fucking educated, therefore they have some brains left, or they just want convenience for it. Okay, that people, Delhi Bengalis are probably in high posts in center and they are having a nice time there, so they want BJP to succeed. But Bengalis who are today finding prosperity in places like Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, USA, Europe, Gurgaon, etc., most of them are pretty big scoundrels as well, who believe that yes, we are having to do this job and stuff in these lands we have come. Yes, there's good money, but Bengal is really still Bengal, and we miss it. And we, as soon as possible, I hope we can get back, because it's just better or nicer. And what are the metrics for calling it better or nicer? They will not be able to give you. They will say vibes maybe, or matir bhare cha, you know what I'm talking about, right? Or
Yeah.
the politics scene, etc. Just 4 days back, I saw a viral reel on Instagram from a Bengali guy roaming about on the streets of Gurgaon at 12:30 or 1 in the night. His and an absolute fat fuck. I have a hard time taking anything by fat Bengalis at this point, but what can I do? His point was that people who are still in Bengal, consider yourself lucky. We are having to live in Gurgaon, okay, as if someone took them for indentured servitude. We are having to live in Gurgaon, and it's not a very nice experience. Why? Because in front of his office at 1:15 in the night, two people were openly drinking alcohol. That means that the entire law and order of Gurgaon has failed, and his job is, not even that important right now. All he thinks is when to get back to Bengal. So the people who have gone outside Bengal know that the infrastructure and all is really improving in the rest of the country, but they just think infrastructure is not fucking important. The people who in Bengal who like infrastructure, who would love to see something happen in their state, have no fucking clue how far along the country has moved on. Their basic goal in Bengal regarding infrastructure is that at least I want a road, at least pitch, bro, at least pitch. These days in Bengal villages and mofusils, probably not villages, at least in mofusils, it's more polluted than Kolkata city, because of so much dust, because all of the pitch roads are absolutely broken up and in pieces. If a cycle goes through it, it's a fucking dust storm. What the fuck are they breathing? And there are illegal constructions all across the state. So dust for that as well. So imagine the AQI of those mofusils than Kolkata even. So that's the Bengali mind.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, when I was in Mumbai, I used to work in this place called BKC, Bandra Kurla Complex, which is like the main business area of that city. Bad traffic over there, but when I looked at the quality of roads over here, then I came back and saw the quality of roads in Sector 5. I mean, I can't even imagine what the condition of the roads might be in the villages.
Right.
Yes, that was all my questions, Dada.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Okay, let me now go through the live chat again to check out how much I missed. NDTV is Adani. Oh yeah, Shivadur is going to Adani. Oh, acha. और कितने अच्छे दिन चाहिए lol. Why you gotta violate Biharis? Because their state is the worst in the country in terms of everything. They have set the examples of how bad socialism can go, and everyone must learn. Alex, this is a very tough question. This you must ask academics. In order to give a properly fair answer, this should be asked to Madam Political Scientist again. Why Chinese Maoism and communism made them an economic superpower, but it destroyed India, especially West Bengal? I'll just give one answer, which is not the entirety of it, but one answer is, one factor in this is that, you know, when an ideology is newly born, it's in the nascent stages, the people who came up with it, the people first popularizing it, are pretty big believers in it. Okay. Very soon, the people at the top don't take that ideology all that seriously themselves. In India, it happens caste-wise. You'll see upper caste Bengali commies still taking caste into the equation while giving away their son or daughter in marriage and stuff. But it's the lower castes who, a lot of whom kind of took communism a little more seriously, but all of them went on with puja and all. So it was all mixed up in terms of ideology and chose the most convenient parts of every ideology to sustain themselves. Communism, free stuff, abusing rich people, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, religiosity, God will save me in every situation, I'll take that as well. Soviet Union and China obviously didn't do that. Dada, is this rally like the rallies that Bangladeshi Hindus did, but when it was needed, the crowd was nowhere? It's gonna be like this? Probably not, because in Bengal, whoever is coming out on the streets to do rallies for Lord Ram, they know they are on the radar. They know they have to be ready for a fight any day. But also, what people outside Bengal need to know is that Trinamul also did many Ram Navami processions. Avtudni is saying, is there any ideological change that happened in Bengal in last few years, both socially and economically? Socially, economically, no. Culturally, some people have finally woken up to Hindutva. Here to learn is saying a self-identified liberal Bengali Hindu sort of. Chandra is sad on a comment that liberal Bengali Hindus has sent the state to Chulordu. He said, we worship Durga, Kali, Annapurna. Krishna holds Radha feet in Geet Govinda. Tagore Vivekanand blah blah is because Bengali Hindu liberalism. Girua holding sword brandishing Jai Sri Ram, cheering bikers are destroying it. Yeah, thank God. Dada, VHP Muslim, the Kafir Muslim. What kind of ideological subversion made West Bengal so fucking dumb? Like you birthed the Renaissance and then you became so fucking dumb. And people buy into this dumbness. What the fuck? How this happened? Some of it is Jyoti Basu's complete grip. When a dictator only wants to do bad things, you are fucked, of course. And people who like China all the time, यही होगा. तुमको लग रहा है कि हाँ हर डिक्टेटर योगी होगा. योगी का जितना अच्छा इंटेंशंस है वो सब अच्छे इंटेंशंस बहुत ही आसान तरीके से हमारे सबके जिंदगी में, हमारे सबके ब्लड वेन्स में आसानी से घुस जाएंगे और कुछ नहीं होगा, कोई साइड इफेक्ट वगैरह नहीं होगा, और उसके बाद जो डिक्टेटर आएगा वो तो बिल्कुल वैसा ही होगा. तो भोसरी वालों, ऐसा नहीं होता है. योर डिक्टेटर माइट जस्ट बी ममता बनर्जी और ज्योति बासु, who will not only do communism, not only make the state poor, it will make your children, your grandchildren absolute dumb fucks, low IQ nut jobs, stupid dumb bitches. That's what dictators will turn your descendants into, जिनके लिए तुम पैसे सेव कर रहे हो ETF में. ठीक है, अगर ये नहीं चाहते हो कि तुम्हारे ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन गांडू बने, इडियट बने, चूतिए बने, तो डिक्टेटर के सपने देखना बंद करो immediately. And there might be issues with child nutrition because of poverty created by communism as well. ऐसा नहीं था कि हाँ, yeah, I think it was created by CPM a lot. Some shenanigans by Nehru. But when poverty happens, everything else goes, right? So child nutrition, no time to think critically about anything. And it's just desperation. Anything goes, all of that kind of stuff. All of which leads to stupidity, general societal stupidity. How can I become a BJP politician in West Bengal? I'm in college right now. Join ABVP. ABVP is not BJP student wing, but from there on, you'll be on the radar and stuff. People outside Bengal don't think Bengalis are highly educated anymore. Bengalis are yes. I think they think of us as better Biharis. Stone lives matter. Yes, बचाओ स्टोनर को 2026 के लिए. Why no post on Bashanti Pujo, Dada? I did no post on any Pujo. Dada, do check Turkmenistan is a Turk version of Bengal, but with money. Everything is, everyone somewhere or the other is Bengal version, but only richer. When you choose a dictator, it will almost always be Robert Mugabe and not Lee Kuan Yew. Yeah, that's what history shows us. Oh yeah, Anish has been asking this for a long time. I have a request. Could you react to Veer Savarkar's poems in one of your upcoming live streams? I can translate them into English for you. But he has so many. How would I choose between them? That which poems to really talk about? If there's any article you can point me towards, then that would be more convenient. West Bengal is Pondra, Bangladesh is Vanga. I see. Not forever though. Gorgo Bhattacharya is saying, oh yeah, Gaza processions are going on. Okay. Oh, I was on the verge of commenting something on a CPIM supporters, CPIM, who just quit CPIM. but he is still communist at heart. Someone like that posted the picture of a father holding his dead son, probably from Gaza, because there are a lot of fake photos that also come out in the name of Gaza. So at least he thought this was from Gaza, and the caption was that a father's pain. I was on the verge of typing, "Oh, you all finally posted a picture from Morit Jhapi," but I didn't because I have to be a little under the radar now. Now Vimash is saying malnourishment is by design to make a proletariat state. Yes. Some are sad that Hindutva Bengalis are more excited on foreign Ram Navami than malnourishment. ये तो हो गया. What's the state of Christian missionaries in West Bengal given its poverty sales and how Christianity thrives in poverty? It has increased manifold in Bengal. Just few days, I think yesterday I saw in some village some people got caught doing this and all, but that's another time bomb about which we don't even have the time to talk about because of the priority of insane screw ups that the state is going through. Okay, वहां पे countless gigantic numbers of missionary priority list में यहाँ है, उसके ऊपर 15 और ऊपर चुतिया चीजें हैं ऊपर से. RSS has reached to every Adivasi village in my district, Jhargram. The so-called Adivashi or STs dance with Makalir Kharga. Nice. Bangla abar Bharat Sabhay শ্রেষ্ঠ আসন লবে? I don't think in our lifetimes. I don't think it will ever happen again. Bengalis probably will be শ্রেষ্ঠ, although that's debatable, but if they are based elsewhere. West Bengal is not going to do anything significant ever again. Tutun Chatterjee, retired Indian Navy officer Tutun Chatterjee, ma'am, is saying, last year Ram Janmabhoomi, I was at Navadip and I went around greeting everyone from shopkeepers to people on road. Jai Shri Ram, everyone smiled at me. Dada, your opinion on why the Indian government isn't banning Pakistan actor, actress, singers? Bollywood is trying to launch them again and again. BJP is ultra-liberal. If they were ultra-liberal, they would not go after Ranveer Allahabadia. Here, there might be some connections, shenanigans going on. But it is not right. It's not correct that they make money off of us and then bomb us. It should not be allowed. We are going to focus on Kerala, another communal job state. Yeah. Anomaly saying গতকাল রাম নামের আগুন লেগেছিল, এই আগুনকে বাঁচিয়ে রাখতে হবে নিজেদের. বাবা. BJP is a validation seeker. দাদা, বাংলা নিয়ে এত ব্ল্যাক বেল্ট কেন? Every data point points to that only. See, Esgind or Esgind. See, most of our well-educated population is outside Bengal. Most of them are in Delhi, Bangalore, Gujarat, everywhere, and Europe, USA. Okay, the cream of the crop is mostly out of Bengal. The next generation cannot become cream of the crop, at least not to that level, because of the disastrous situation that the education system is in. And then there's other population, whose percentage is about to touch 40%. Their plans are different. Their social dynamics are different. So which group is going to be or do this stuff? You might argue that even when Bengal was becoming famous for being intelligent and stuff, even then it was a bit of a small population, small portion of the entire Bangladesh, West Bengal area who were doing those incredible things. That might be a legitimate argument, but all of them were at least in Bengal. Now no one is in Bengal. What are your thoughts on Sanya's recent Gokhel incident? He's so angry. I found out about it on our last day live stream only. We were in the middle of the live stream when someone informed me of it and we went through it a bit. Chalo, they fucked with the wrong marine. Acha hua gaad mein danda gaya SIS ka. Kitna himmat hai bhai. Libertarianism for us, not Pakistanis, exactly. গর্গ ভট্টাচার্য সিং, আমার মতে কিছু বলিউডরা আবার পাকিস্তানের ডাকছে দুবাই পয়সা পাওয়ার জন্য. Are you going to watch Rajashanandi's latest podcast with bare biceps? You said you would in your previous live stream. Yes. Today at 12, I might. I have some other topic in mind as well. Let's see. If not tonight, then probably day after tomorrow. কি হয়েছে সান্যাল স্যারের সাথে? He's asking what happened to Sanjay Sanyal. Yeah, he got fired from GIPE's chancellor position by a group who calls themselves Servants Institute of Servants of India Society. It was founded by G.K. Gokhale, the mentor of Mahatma Gandhi. Though out of the blue, some guy from that group said that Sanjeev Sanyal is not doing a good job. He's not responding to our comments. Why is GIP slipping down in the rankings and stuff? And therefore, we have decided to fire him. Sanjeev Sanyal says that, wait, on these few days I did not respond because I was around doing other stuff, giving talks and speeches in a different continent. And the ranking going down has happened based on data from 2018 to 2023 and other many other stuff. But the most insane part was that the guy going on repeatedly writing letters and stuff against Sanjeev Sanyal, saying that we are this institution, we look after this institution called GIP, we are the SIS and stuff, were going on writing letters in absolutely horseshit English. Okay, that was hilarious. But more importantly, Sanjeev Sanyal was not supposed to be removed before his tenure actually is completed, which is 5 years, which they didn't do. Okay, so now everything is settled. Now Sanjeev Sanyal is back in the spot. Another hilarious thing that happened was GIP themselves on Twitter said that no, we have not fired Sanjeev Sanyal. Meanwhile, SIS, the kind of the mother organization, they were saying that yes, we have fired Sanjeev Sanyal. So there was no consensus on whether Sanjeev Sanyal was fired in the first place. Yeah, Sanjeev Sanyal is reinstated. NAAC grading is shit. Oh, I did not know that. Who does this NAAC grading? Gandhi lineage 1,000 years ago. We are stuck with retards as politicians, yes. On any issue, the most leftist comment comes from a bong. Yes. And if you say this to a bong, he'll be proud of it. Shekhar is saying same with Bihar too. All high IQ people are outside of the state. The same is the case in India too at a macro level. Pretty much. So inherent, the default problem is socialism only. In Rajasthan, the communists have one MP seat, while in Bengal they have neither any MLA nor any MP. Never imagined days like this. That doesn't matter. Because proper socialism has entered the veins of Bengalis. It has been in the veins of pretty much all Indians forever. But the truly far lefty vibey things, they are in the veins of Bengal. It doesn't matter one bit if anyone remotely calling themselves commie or socialist comes to power or not. They are going to be socialist. Why are so many bhodrologs today, not so many, some of whom are in fact turning towards the right wing and stuff, people who are well above 40, 50s, 60s, etc., 70s definitely, these people are saying, we are now finally looking into what is this beast called RSS BJP. We are reading about integral humanism and we are really liking it. Yes, no shit, uncle. You are liking integral humanism because it's regurgitated socialist bullshit in different language. It's Sanatan economics with different words. So, of course, you like it. No wonder you like it. Obviously. If is saying CSK, bro, Savarkar, God of universes versus God of man. Yeah, someday. Kishan D is saying, in fact, Bengal's famous Durga Puja happens because Sri Ram awakened, Akal Bodhan. That is why it's called, What do you think is the reason for political violence in Bengal, Bangladesh? It doesn't happen in any other part of India at this scale anymore. Polymerist. Don't compare Bengal with the rest of the country. Compare Bengal with Bihar. Does political violence happen in Bihar or not? Does all kinds of violence happen in Bihar or not? For those same reasons, it happens in Bengal or not as well, okay? That it's a socialist state. Everything is up for grabs if you have connections or if you have muscle power. If you have goons under you, you'll have your job done. Compare Bengal with only Pakistan, Bihar, and pretty much these two provinces. Bengal can turn pro-max Hindus more than anyone, but socialism, no, it's not going. Yes. Srijan is saying, I agree with Dada when he said people see Bengalis as better Biharis. UP Monkey Dance displayed it yesterday. Yeah, but without that, we are going to have no point with Ramnavami. It's just and frankly, our people dressing up as Hanuman is way better and pleasing for the eyes than whatever the fuck goes on in Brazil in the name of a carnival. Or people taking out their dead ancestors and parading them. All that is fine, nice, cute. Oh, it's their culture. Only Ramnavami and dancing with DJs and dressing up as Hanuman is ugly, bro. No. Ye chutiya pata nahi chalega. The time for that is gone. Only that is saying conspiracy theory. Who doesn't like a good conspiracy theory? Congress is and will be creating fractions in upcoming state elections so that every regional party is gone and the two national parties will pass on one nation election. One nation, one election. They will want to, but do they have the numbers or the cash supply to do this anymore? They will want to, of course. Socialist uncles like integral humanism. I'm shook. I'm stunned. Oh, where did Old Boy's comment go? Guys, non-leftist rapper in the town and the best rapper in the town also. Not because I'm saying it purely on the basis of his rapping skills. He's saying, Dada TMC notun natok dekhle. They are so shit scared that they came to the streets for Ramnavami, not against it, but actively participating in it. Dekheche je shudhu Muslim votes diye kichu hobe na. Yes, see, our rappers also have political awareness, guys. What the fuck? So you see, I was saying long time back in a live stream, that Bengalis have a sort of social sciencey bent of mind. Therefore, these things are much easier to grasp when that sort of light bulbs flip switch happens in your mind. Then it's way easier for a Bengali to grasp and come up with ideas on these topics, much easier than anyone else. But a few days back, when some people asked me about the riots in Mothabari, I said that it means that they are shit scared because even for such random things, they are doing riots or pogroms on Hindus, which they didn't used to do. They're breaking Hindu idols at the drop of a hat in random places. Okay, they never used to do those things, or if at all they did it never came out on news, of course. But now the fact that they are doing it enough to make it to news, it's because either for the first time they're doing it, which means they are panicking, or it's making news because some people who make news have decided this is newsworthy enough. It wasn't newsworthy enough before. Both of which tell you what? That Bengal is shifting rightwards. And now Trinamul supporters going on saying Joy Bangla and rejecting Lord Ram as an outsider. Meanwhile, Trinamul themselves are absolutely supporting Ramnavami. Okay, they did Ramnavami processions themselves, wearing saffron clothes, their own MLAs, politicians. Okay, and when journalists asked about wearing saffron, they said no religion, no color belongs to any single political party. No one owns it, etc. This is our color. This is our God. What does that tell you? It absolutely means that they are scared. फायर कब हुआ जोड़ी इंस्टेट कर दिया फायर हुआ 3 दिन पहले NAAC is a government body. I think its ranking is as real as the press. Acha, why aren't they doing a good job then? I have not been following American news at all. It's become very boring now. It's no longer a battle of ideas. No, it's now a battle of might. Just so, therefore, it's not really interesting enough. It was a battle of ideas for all these years, 16 to 2024. अब just low IQ हो गया है पूरा उसका discourse. বিক্ষোভ দীর্ঘজীবী হোক, yes. What West Bengal people think of Bangladeshi people even before 2014? Before 2014, though, there are bros, homies. Now a lot of people think bros and homies, but not many more. A significant minority has started considering them just illegal criminals and Hindu haters. Bihar is much better than Bengal. Not really, because villages of Bihar might be as bad as villages of Bengal, but Bengal at least has Kolkata, which Bihar doesn't have. In Bangladesh, even we know Sri Ram is the first one to do Durga Puja. Why is your stream lagging? Holy shit, why is my stream lagging? I didn't know. As a non-Bengali, when I lived in West Bengal, I learned about this song Ekla Chalo Re and wondered it was a cultural thing in Bengal. Now that I've grown up and understood its meaning, it's wonderful. Yes, Rabindranath Thakur was wonderful. The video lagging like shit. I thought it was my internet, lol. Oh, yeah. It every day happens. I think it might be StreamYard's problem. Digging up dead ancestors. I mean that Mexico celebration. I don't think people get unalived after elections and stuff. Yeah, they get unalived for all sorts of other stuff, which is kind of what happens in Bengal even today, which is why I'm saying Mofusils and villages of Bengal are at par with Mofusils and villages of Bihar. But Kolkata is still something different, which is nowhere as awesome as other urban centers maybe, but nothing resembling Kolkata exists in Bihar. When the video is lagging, is my audio also pausing, or is my face getting paused like Sharad Pawar? Let me know about that. Only in Kritibash Ramayan, Ram did Akal Bodhan. That was their way of furthering the ideas, no? Is it still going on lagging by the way? Oh, only video is lagging. Yeah. Tab imagine karo ke audio book sun rahe ho. This is probably StreamYard's fuck up. Old boy saying, দাদা একটা বিষয় একটু কথা বলো, অ্যাজ আ বাঙাল এই বাঙালদের স্টকহোম সিনড্রোমটা এখন অব্দি গ্রাস he's asking about the Stockholm syndrome, of why so many Bangals are commies, meaning the people who came to India after 47 or during 47 because of partition. Old boy, the initial reason was that which in a way even now happens at the hands of Bhalo Kakus, the nice uncle from every party that's projected as a face in good bhodro neighborhoods. Okay, so they do basically what RSS does. They are a social worker sort of an organization. They hold blood donation camps, they hold football tournaments and stuff, host football tournaments and stuff. So when Bangals came, Pramod Dasgupta and all of them were the key faces who helped Bangals, our ancestors, get some decent spot to live in. Because back then, the Ghotis who accuse us of being too leftist and stuff, the Ghotis were not letting us. I mean, do you know about the Bhatir fan and stuff? Okay, that leftover water after boiling rice. Our ancestors were seeking just that because they had no food. And the Ghotis refused even that. So all the Ghotis who think only Ghotis were all free market, Hindutvadi, capitalists and stuff. Yeah, their Hindu solidarity was of this kind, okay? So who filled up that gap? Who did something for Bangals? Not Ghotis, not Hindu solidarity, CPIM, Pramod Dasgupta. So for that, initially they gained a massive amount of gratitude and respect. Oh, Sarkar aapne kuch kiya hai. So finally, when they come to power in 1977, obviously they are overjoyed. And then the education system gets completely hijacked by them. Brahmin Boiddos, Kaistos are forever the cultural elite. They were nationalists. All of them become commies. And whatever Brahmin Boiddos, Kaistos say is, of course, considered right because everyone wants to emulate them, not debate them. And caste slurs were a thing in Bengal up until a few decades back. There are so many caste slurs. Keora, it's a caste. Bodjat, which is Shundi Vichched should be Bodjat, Choto Lok. So it was a very, very overtly casteist society. Then they started hiding their casteism. So that casteism kind of left everyone else who were not Brahmins with those Kaistos in Kolkata afraid to counter all this and stuff. But mostly they wanted to emulate. So emulate karte karte, everyone's brains got hacked by leftist politics and leftist views of the world. Tata, considering that the crackdown on Bangladeshis that is silently happening and this Hindu turn from the ruling party, I think they may be turning away from appeasement to survive now. Kolkata is bad, Patna is much better, but that betterment has to be on the basis of something. Patna is better in what way? Better roads. Communism, cultural Marxism that took over the gap left after RSS was banned to help the Bengal successfully brainwash them. Yeah, exactly. Gorgo Bhattacharya is saying that yesterday I saw many Bengali super Hindus do a lot of analysis. যে কেন শুধু রামের পুজো হবে, কেন সিক্স প্যাক থাকবে, কেন রাস্তায় এত লোক, why should Ram have six pack abs, why should there even be worshipping of Ram, and why should people play DJs? What's the problem with DJs? See, this is how everything boils down to simply anti-Hinduism. और क्या बोले इसको? DJs are played on every fucking occasion. Only on Ram Navami DJs can't be played, and crackers and stuff. First of all, I don't get how can anyone who has pets at their home defend firecrackers just because they are Hindutvadi, people like Desai Deepak and stuff. But the problem on the leftist side is that they will criticize firecrackers only on fucking Diwali. Just this year, when India won the World Cup, okay, at Champions for the Champions Trophy, okay, a local shop that sells birds had countless birds in cages. Each and every bird died of heart attack. Each and every bird, because of so many firecrackers all around, okay? And then Desai Deepak says, I have 3 dogs, I don't have a problem, I will burst firecrackers. Yeah, either you are lying or you are fucking your dogs. Because firecrackers are absolutely a horrifying thing for every animal. So those firecrackers were not burst in the front of those birds, right? दूर का firecracker से ही बहुत सी heart attack होके मर गया. So here also, the DJs are being played on for everything, but only for a Kshatriya Veer king it can't be played. It has to be played, or music to chhodi do, he has to be worshipped quietly with ambient music, incense stick, thoda Buddhist quotes वगैरह vibes, minimalist interior decoration वाला घर होगा, वहां पे हम थोड़ा चुपचाप बैठ के राम नाम करेंगे. हाँ, क्योंकि हम जो डर के मारे जो चीज करते हैं उसको हम एक वर्चू का दर्जा दे देंगे. हाँ भोसड़ी के, नहीं, ये सब नहीं होगा. राम तो है वीर, वीरों के 6 पैक्स होते हैं, वो हम दिखाएंगे भी, और उनका पूजा ऐसे ही होगा, उनका सेलिब्रेशन भी ऐसे ही होगा. टू बी फेयर, उनका पूजा जैसे भी कोई भी करे, religion is personal, culture is not personal, because meaning making is not personal. Meaning has to be, culture has to be public. And again, this 6 pack issue also, one guy unfriended me or blocked me or something, a significant right-wing, he's not really a speaker, he's kind of famous for writing Facebook posts and stuff in Bengali right-wing circles. He said that what's this obsession with having 6 packs on Lord Shiva? He's not a human, why does he need 6 packs? So I said that, why does he need a nose, ear then? Then let all of that go away. Keep him as an abstract design. मैं समय हूँ, आसमान में फ्लोट कर रहा है एक बॉल, ठीक है? तो भाई अगर नाक है, कान है, तो आज के नजरिए से, आज जिस तरीके से हम राम के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, शिव जी के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, तो उस बेसिस पे 6 पैक भी होगा भोसड़ी के, एंड स्पेशली इफ इट्स मोर इंस्पिरेशनल फॉर किड्स. এফিন ইজ সেইং, ভাই ওদের মধ্যে ফ্যাগ হলে আসল বেঙ্গলি মাথা গরম করে দেয়. Most probably Shriram didn't have 6 packs. He did, but what I'm saying is, it doesn't even matter if it was mentioned in the scriptures or not, because every society comes up with an idea about how to depict their gods and writes a scriptural justification after it happens. But there is in fact scriptural backing for Ram having 6 packs. Yeah, Shiva means who is nothing. So then no nose. There are clearly mentioned physical descriptions in the Puranas and other texts, maybe sticking. See, 6 pack visible and stuff, they were not a culturally popular thing. So our painters whose pictures we grew up seeing, they didn't draw them. In scriptures, there are mentions of 6 pack abs. But now people are obsessed with 6 pack abs, and it's an special thing to at least pursue. Therefore, it must be on gods as well. Why is the stream lagging so much? Is there anything I can do about it? Let's see. No, my buffer size is fine. Wait, let me do something about it. There are a bunch of other apps running. One other reason might be yesterday I downloaded a pretty big software on my C drive. Can someone tell me the origin of Ram Navami celebrations? No clue. Hashtag make Ram six pack app again. Yes. Yes, Balmiki Ramayana nahi, but Balmiki Ramayana is not the only one that's read. People know Valmiki did mention after the war he did have, but yes, it is freezing every 15-20 seconds. Is there any way to refresh this? Let me see. Hi guys, let's see if this improves anything. Oh bhai, comment section hi hang kar gaya. Yeah, বাংলাতে মা কালী পাঠা খাবে, কৃষ্ণ বাঁশি বাজাবে, বুড়ো শিব গাঁজা খাবে, বিবেকানন্দ, if anyone has a problem with that, they may leave Bengal. What's your opinion about this? Anyone has a problem with that? Yeah, who's opposing this? I don't get it. In Ganesh Utsav, the Ganpati is shown in many modern contexts and themes to inspire people, so six pack in gods is okay as a way of social signaling. And that's the way it has always happened. Six pack Jar Jar Ram Shabar, yes. Bengalis think as they are unhealthy, have tremendous belly fat, so that a Kshatriya who had tremendous war skills will certainly not have six packs. Is the claim that nationalism started in Bengal accurate or an exaggeration? If so, why aren't similar nationalistic ideas originating from Bengal today when India arguably needs them? Because, Alex, back then, Bengal was an economic powerhouse. It was the capital of the British nation, okay, British dominion and stuff. So nothing happens without economics. Nothing has ever happened without economics. Ideas travel with trade, okay? There's a beautiful saying from a philosophy professor, James Orr, O-R-R. So when trade goes away, everything goes away. See, to acknowledge the extent to which we equate knowledge with trade and even prosperity, how much we worship prosperity, in fact. Ma Saraswati today is considered the goddess of knowledge. Why was the river named Saraswati? Do you know or do you remember? The river Saraswati was named Saraswati, so full of giving milk and nourishing, nutritious milk, just like a mother's milk. That river sustains our what? Trade, business, capitalism. Therefore, we are going to call her Saraswati because that river is the sole reason why we are able to do business and make money. Back then, nobody said, "Paisa kya hai? Haath ki maile bosri ke." So, for that, we called that river Saraswati and then equated that with knowledge, goddess of knowledge. This is why Max Weber said India is a country where there was least amount of anti-Crematism, least amount of saying that "Paisa kya hai? Haath ki maile." So, nationalism definitely started in Bengal because Bengal was the goddamn economic powerhouse. But Bengali nationalists of those days definitely acknowledged Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, that yeah, that was kind of a proto-nationalist idea as well. But theorization of nationalism, philosophization of nationalism, that was definitely started by Bengal and then of course taken further by Savarkar, and some Tamil Brahmins joined as well. Oh, and today, why isn't it doing? Because they are poor, better Biharis. Even Bihar was Magadha. Why aren't they doing anything now? Ma Saraswati comes to those who worship Ma Lakshmi, and Ma Lakshmi comes to those who worship Ma Saraswati. The Sanskrit word for meaning and wealth is the same in Sanskrit. Artha. Can you believe this? This is so incredible. Mostly Iyengars, not Dayers. Acha. Saras, distillate essence, also means swan that can filter clean water. Hence the allusion to the ability of filtering pure knowledge from noise. Saraswati, one who rides a swan. और ये सब छोड़ के, instead of learning this stuff from Hindu philosophical texts, we are going to discuss the hierarchy of text, which text to follow today, which text not to follow today. भाई काम धंधा नहीं है किसी का. Will these people even oppose heavy bosom shown in literally every ancient idol of our goddesses? They probably won't, because the justifications they will show for not showing not having a problem with that, so I can't say on YouTube, because this is not USA, but they will have evil explanations for that. Why do I read about Tamil revolutionaries? Even Sanya's book did not go into that. I don't think there were too many revolutionaries. They were the ideologues. Why are we so obsessed with removing karma and artha? Because of the influence of Buddhism and commies. And to be fair, Islam does it to a certain extent, to a large extent, not that many people follow, and not that many people in Bengal get it from Islam. When they go to Delhi, DU and JNU, a lot of Bengali Brahmins, Buddhos, Kaistos from Kolkata develop a gigantic fascination for Islam, because that's when they read English Qurans and learn that it talks about a lot of things that commies would have absolutely no problem with. Therefore, they say, oh, this is true Islam, and this is absolutely nice. That's when they start their obsession with etc. I know one Brahmin guy from Presidency who converted to Islam out of his own accord, just because he read Islam. Another man I know, also Boiddo, who is so Muslim that he says that I don't even need to convert to Islam. In my mind, I'm already Muslim, and came up with a almost beautiful apologia for Islam on this particular topic, that music is banned and stuff, right, according to some versions of Islam, allegedly. So he said that that's actually a misrepresentation. The real meaning of that diktat is supposed to be that whenever you, let's say, keep a cup down, you should keep it softly down, so that no unnecessary noise is created. So only unnecessary noise has been banned in Islam, not music. Cheers to that. This green tea is amazing. Alapon Padia is saying, what is overall political viewpoint? Dada just recently discovered your channel. Libertarian Hindutva. By the way, I've been wrestling with this notion. Let me know what you'll think of it. Nrsimha Prasad Bhaduri's credentials and let's say the respect he garners, a lot of it comes just because his name is in fact Nrsimha Prasad Bhaduri. If his name was Rohan Chakraborty, Ronit Padui, or let's say Pintu Noshkar, okay, I don't think he would have this kind of respect, and especially if he didn't wear the clothes he wears. I think Nrsimha Prasad, Narasimha ka Prasad, and Bhaduri, all of that gives him a sort of a what's the correct word for this? Gambhirjo, gravity that he uses to then teach people how really should Lord Ram be worshipped, how there's no history of Lord Ram Navami, etc., and then dedicates his book on Ramayan to Mamata Banerjee, calling Hindutwadis dacoits. Now, I had heard from some sources, I don't know if it was written about or not, that he actually likes to wear half pant, shorts, and t-shirts when he's at home. And against all his wishes, he has to end up wearing white kurta pajama, because otherwise the stuff he says, that won't send the right message, and it won't be absorbed by the very intelligent people of Bengal properly. You see, even he knows Bengalis are so stupid that if I say the same fucking things, it won't be accepted just because I'm wearing a half pant and a t-shirt. So he fools all of you by playing that boyshko educated, elderly educated Bengali Bhadralok gentleman. Rejoice, fools. Ashwini Kumar is saying Patna is much better than Kolkata because not a single communal riot happened there. Fair enough. But how many communal riots happened in Kolkata even? Maybe one or two more than the alleged zero of Patna. That can't be the only metric. Urban Cats and More is saying the wealthiness of ancient and medieval India was possibly one of the reasons behind the foreign invasions of India and the subsequent political degrade. Yes, आज का अगर इंडिया देखता तो कोई दूसरे को इन्वेट करने भी नहीं आता. Bengal तो especially. A lot of Bengalis love Bhaduri. Yes, and it's probably because of his name. In today's times, how will Bengal society, according to you, will react if a person goes out on road with loudspeakers and posters spreading the pro-nationalistic messages of Sri Aurobindo? Awesome question. This is actually an awesome idea, and it's a virgin idea. No one has tried this, because one could argue that Ram Navami or Lord Ram might not even have been required as a political weapon or even a political tool, because we have bombastic quotes and views from Sri Aurobindo, which no fucking Bengali commie knows about, or the ones who know have conveniently hidden them away from public eye. I wonder if people in Aurobindo Institute even know of those things, although they are probably not all that commie. But yeah, it would be pretty awesome. It should be done. It should be blaring on loudspeakers, Aurobindo's quotes read out with AI voices. His 1909 speeches, oh my god. Yeah, but your question is very tough to answer. That what would be the reaction? The reaction would probably be that, oh, just privileged bourgeois revolutionary, okay? That's why he said those things. He never really understood the pain that lower castes and Dalits face, and therefore have familiarity with Muslims. That's what they've now started saying about Rabindranath Thakur. That's what they have now started saying, because Rabindranath Thakur got outed as a Hindutwadi. And a lot of them are getting pissed off with B.R. Ambedkar now, because we are throwing the 1942 book quotes of Ambedkar on their faces every day. They're going to disown them. And I think that's where we must push the hardest at reclaiming their idols, not letting them have any idols, reclaiming or destroying each and every one of their idols, not letting them have any rallying points, not take away their heroes, subvert their mythologies, okay? So Sri Aurobindo would be another wicket down for them, and I don't know why it's not being done. It would be pretty fascinating to see them lose another idol. And imagine commie parents sending their kids to Aurobindo Institute run schools and them knowing that he said that. That's the stuff he said in 1909. Bangladeshis will have a word with you. Yeah, they are poorer and stupider than Bengal, so yes. The brainwashing of cultural Marxism is difficult to defeat. It will redefine, remorph itself as Bengali Hindutva. Eventually, they want to balkanize India. Yeah, that the Bengalitva is going to be a problem if economics doesn't happen. Sri Aurobindo is not discussed in Bengal. No one has any idea of his teachings and writing. Yeah, his teachings on Hindu philosophy though is impossible for a normal Bengali of today to grasp. His teachings or his writings on Islam is politically incorrect. So, and therefore they have had to completely hide away Sri Aurobindo, which is why it took me J.Sai Dipak's second book to realize that Sri Aurobindo was a very, very significant revolutionary who was on par with Lal Bal Pal, and on many topics he was doing things better than them and before them even. For example, Khilafat. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was in favor of Khilafat. Sri Aurobindo was warning against Khilafat even at that point. So he had to be hidden away. Of course, many people found out about Sri Aurobindo's these revolutionary amazing achievements from Sanjeev Sanyal's book. I found them out just a little before from J.Sai Dipak's book, India Bharat Pakistan. Anitash is saying, will there come a time in India or West Bengal so that loudspeakers will be banned? No. All Bangla news are shooting for teachers scam, but no one is talking about today's stock market crash. Portfolio has gone commies. Yeah, portfolio was supposed to go down. It's been a long time since crash has come, so it was going to happen sooner or later. Is there a possibility of a Bengali Hindu nationalist party gaining prominence in the near future? And if yes, do you think it will be a good or a bad thing? It will be good, but it can't happen because right now Mamata Banerjee won't allow it, and later even Shubhendu won't allow it, because all of them will be dictators and no one's going to accept any competition for themselves. every Bengali hero was a Hindutva hearted. Yes. My leftist teacher hated Aurobindo because he got kids like Khudiram killed and himself became Rishi. Yes, that's a common criticism against Sri Aurobindo as well. Why did he quit arms? Why did he become Rishi? Yeah. Why did Aurobindo become Rishi? Why did Savarkar come out of the jail with that letter? Yeah. No one invades and robs because of poverty. People who rob are the ones. Yeah. Patna is older than Kolkata. Nobody gives a shit. Economic prosperity is the only way to defeat cultural Marxism. Absolutely, yes. Video is lagging often. Will there be a night stream? Yes, there will be. A Bengali live stream. Face aatke jacche bar bar. Yes, and it probably looks ugly. Okay, then. This was a nice, fun, relatively short live stream. At night, we probably have something important to discuss in Bengali. Mr. Sociologist has sent me a video that we need to do a reaction of, and I haven't checked that out as of yet. I'll check it and then announce it, okay? So, thank you for joining, guys, now. Good night. Bye.
যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায় তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি আলো না ধরে ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে তবে বজ্রানলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো